The next success block we are working on is imposter syndrome. And I just want to give a little background on imposter syndrome first. You can skip to the tapping if you don't want to listen to this. I will put the timestamp there. So, imposter syndrome to me, working as a therapist, counselor, and in the helping field for many, many years, it's a sign that you care. You recognize that you have this power. There's a power dynamic. People are coming to you for support, for wisdom, whatever it may be, and you realize that you do have a lot of influence. And so, like, that's imposter syndrome to me is like you not taking that role lightly. And it means, well, to me, it means that you truly care and you recognize that and you see that and you want to do a good job. Now, imposter syndrome gets in the way when we are too focused on ourselves and we're not actually being present with the client. And so that's why I think EFT really helps with that, because you can start to clear your fear around your own insecurities so that you are more present with the client. Because a lot of times being present and listening and coming from that state is a lot more helpful than you being in your mind and not listening and wondering what you're going to say next and all those things, right? So imposter syndrome will tell you, like, I'm not good enough to do this. I don't know enough. Who am I to be in this role? And it's something that I definitely struggled with. Imposter syndrome will get better. It might never go away, but you know how to manage it. When you start something new, when you're stepping into a new role, of course you're going to have imposter syndrome. You've never done it before. And obviously there are people who are better than you, and you are well aware of that. But in order to succeed, right, everyone starts as a beginner. And as long as you are checking in with yourself, putting, your client's needs first, listening to them with the intent that you are here to help them the best that you can, knowing when to refer, being able to know all of those things is going to help you. Working with a mentor, working with a supervisor, making sure that you are doing the right work. That's what's going to help you gain your skills. And so, yeah, in order to move through the block of imposter syndrome, we can start to clear that fear, and then you can go out there and get the actual experience to tell yourself, like, okay, I can do this. There's evidence to prove that I'm getting better at this and that I can do this. So yeah, just because you feel imposter syndrome doesn't mean you need to quit right away. Yeah, so you can ask yourself, when I tell myself I'm not good enough to do whatever it is you're thinking about doing, where do you feel it in your body, right? The subconscious mind is your body. You can feel it. So what kind of blocks and what kind of thoughts come up when you tune into that part of your body? Like, you don't want to be made fun of. You don't want to do a horrible job, or whatever it is. We can tap on all of those beliefs so that you can rewire your response to that stress that you have, and so that you can be more present with what it is that you actually want to work on and help with. All right, I hope that helped. Let's get into the tapping script. Again, I'm going to read it from my ebook. You can grab it at the link below. So let's go. Even though I'm afraid I'm not good enough, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm afraid I'm not good enough, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, we're going to do eyebrow point. I'm afraid I'm not good enough. Side eye. I don't feel confident in my abilities. Under eye. Maybe I need more time. Under nose. What if I'm not as good as everyone else? On your chin. I feel anxious and insecure right now. Collarbone. This belief that I am not good enough to, and fill it in, whatever you're going to do or want to do. Underarm, who do I think I am? Top of head, I feel so insecure in my abilities. People will know that I'm a fraud. Second round here, we'll do eyebrow. This belief is not serving me. Side eye, what would it take for me to see that I'm good enough now? Under eye, I can choose to release this belief in all that it means and does to me. Under your nose, this belief is just stopping me from taking the action I need to. Chin, it's serving me by keeping me comfortable. Collarbone, it's just my inner critic talking. Underarm, what if I believed I was capable and confident in my abilities? Top of head, even if I'm not perfect, I know I'm committed to learning and growing. One more round here. Eyebrow, I can choose to release this belief that I'm not good enough to fill in whatever it is that you're working on. Side eye, I can do this. Under eye, it's safe for me to go after what I want. Nose, I am good enough. I'm confident in my abilities. And that feels weird to say right now. Chin, but I can choose to embrace this new way of looking at my relationship with imposter syndrome. Collarbone, I trust that I can figure it out as I go. Underarm, it's safe for me to release this belief that I'm not good enough. Top of head, I am good enough the way that I am. Okay, so when you think about taking that action towards what it is or doing what it is that you want to do, see how that has decreased for you. Do this after or before you have a session with a client or whatever, and see if that supports you in reinstalling this new belief that, it's okay to have imposter syndrome. It's quite normal. Don't judge yourself for it. Take care.